Hi loves, today we're just going to quickly take a look at our workbook to work on number 6. This is from exercise number 3. It says trace a square and cut it into 4 triangles. Use them to make each of the figures. Draw lines to show how you did it. So I'm going to take a sheet of paper, I'm going to put it on top like this. Can you see that? I'm going to trace that with my marker. Going to draw right on those lines that I can see without moving my paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do your best. After you trace it, you're going to cut that out. And there is my 4 triangles. Now I'm going to move them around to make them fit inside of this triangle. So I'm going to put one like that. I'm going to put another one like this. And I'm going to put one more here. And you could put this right inside the middle like that. Do you see how we made that triangle? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the lines to show how I did that. So I'm going to move these down just a little bit so I can draw my line. I'm going to keep this first triangle up here. I'm going to draw my line. There's the first one. So now I'll take it out. There was another one here. So I'll move these out of the way so I can trace those lines. Here's the other triangle. Oops. And then I don't have to draw any more lines because you can see these triangles really well. So you just have to draw that right there in the middle. Let's take a look at this shape over here. So I'm going to start by putting one here. I'm going to see if I can put the next one. I'm going to turn it around to see how it fits. See, if I put it like this, it doesn't work. It didn't fit. So now I'm going to turn it around to see if I can make it fit this way. Oh, look, that fits this way. So now I'm going to try this way. Oh, look at that. That doesn't work because I need to be able to fit one more triangle in there, right? So I'm going to turn it around and see if I can fit it this way. Oh, that works, right? I'll move these back here. And there's space for my 4th triangle, which is right here. Did you see that? Now I can start drawing the lines to show how I made that. So I'm going to just move these out of the way so I can do my first one. Here was the first line. Now I'll move this out of the way and bring the second one I had here. I'm going to draw my second line was here. And then I'm going to bring my third one was this way. And I don't have to draw the 4th one. So those are the lines that show how I made this shape with my triangles. Now I'm going to move the camera so you can see the ones at the bottom. There we go. We're going to work on this one. Again, I'm just going to move these triangles around to see how it fits. Okay, so this one fits here. That's one. Here's another one, 2, 3, and turn that around, 4. Now that I made it fit, I'm going to hold one and move the others so I can draw my line. There's a triangle this way. And then there was a triangle this way. And then there was one this way. And I don't have to draw another one, right? You can see all the 4 triangles. Now let's do this one. I'm going to start with the top. There's 1. There's 2. Let's move this one here. Nope. I have to keep moving it around until it fits. There's 2. Oh, that didn't work because the triangle doesn't fit there. How about if I push it this way? That doesn't work because the triangle doesn't fit there. So now I'm going to move it around and try a different way to put it in. Oh, look at that. That works because now I have space for my 4th triangle. I just have to move it around. And now all 4 triangles fit. Now again, I'm going to hold one down, move the other so I can draw my lines. This was the first one. Now I'm going to move this and trace this one. There's a line here and a line here and a line here. And when I move them, you can see all 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. Okay, now I'm going to move these out of the way and look at the next page. So remember, when you're drawing the one line, you want each of the figures to look like this. Okay, so again, if you want to, you can try and trace. Let me find my scrap paper. I'm not sure if it's the exact same size because it didn't tell me to trace this one, but I'm going to trace it just to check. Every time we draw a line, we want to see 2 of those shapes. Let's cut that out. Okay, so now I'm going to move it around to check. So for example, if I put it here, yep, this is a little bit bigger. But if I put it here, I can see there's another of the same shape. So this definitely works. So then I can just draw my line right there. Okay, now I'm going to put it on this side. If I put it here, I can see that the same shape is on this side, but reversed, right? If I flip it, that works perfectly. So I'm going to draw another line right down the middle. Okay, let's take a look at this really big rectangle. So if I were to put this here, and if I drew a line, my paper is smaller. If I drew a line this way, it kind of resembles this shape, right? There's a short side, a long side, and a side that's angled, which is this one, and the straight side. Do you see that? And if I turned it around, the same shape is resembled on this side, right? The long side, the short side, the angled side, and the straight corners, okay? Now let's take a look at this one. I'm looking for this shape inside of here. So if I put it here, do you notice that looks just like this one? If I draw a line here, I also have the same shape right there, just smaller. Do you see it? Let's take a look at this one here. I'm looking for this very same shape. So if I hold it like this, if I drew a line here, that doesn't work. How about if I hold it this way? Oh, look at that. That fits perfectly. So if I drew a line down the middle, you can see this fits here. And if I flip this shape, oh man, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you weren't able to see that bottom part. So what I did was, first I tried it like this, and I noticed when I drew the line, it wasn't working because then it would be a triangle and a rectangle. So then I turned it around and I tried it this way, and that fit perfectly. So I drew a line right down the middle. Now I'm going to flip it. It was like this. I'm going to flip it to see that it also fits right in here. It's the same shape. Do you see that? Now let's look at the very last one down here. And notice that I only drew one line on each of them. I just need to draw one line on this one to get this shape. So I'm checking to see how can I make this look like this shape. I don't see anything here, so I'm going to turn it around, see if it works this way. Oh, look at that. When I bring it down here, it kind of fits if I drew a line, but that wouldn't be one line, right? That would be a triangle. That would be a different shape. This didn't work. So I'm going to keep moving it around. I'm going to flip it and see if this way works. Look at that. When I flipped it, if I draw a line here, this side fit perfectly. And if I flip it this way, it fits on this side. So it's the same shape, just flipped. Did you see that? So we were able to draw one line to cut each figure into two shapes just like this one. So whenever you're struggling with these, if you are able to trace and cut it out, even though it's not the same size, like mine was not the exact same size, it will help you solve the problems. I hope that was helpful. See you later. Bye.